Hello, hello. Gonna wait for a few more people to chime in tonight. Hello, hello, and welcome. Gonna wait for a few more people to chime in. No matter. Hello, welcome, welcome. We're waiting for a few more people. Then we're gonna get started. Okay, great. Hello, everyone, and welcome. And welcome to my channel. It's your girl, Miss V. And so last night we left off on the topic of having uncomfortable conversations in a relationship. If you're new to my channel, let me introduce myself. I'm Veronica Farish. I'm doing a life transformation on myself. I'm becoming a better version of myself. And let's see. And okay, so I'm sharing my transformation journey after healing from a divorce. And tonight we're diving into the crucial topic of having uncomfortable conversations within a relationship, whether you're married or you have a significant other. That's where we left off last night. So just to give you a little backstory, I was married for about 6 years. And yeah, we was together for like 15. And in our relationship, we never really had uncomfortable conversations. And I remember when I found out there was infidelity, I wanted to ask the hard questions. And in reality, I should have been asking those questions, or we should have had some conversations before it led up to it. I mean, you know what I mean? Even if it, hell, I don't even know when he started cheating. All I know is I found out about it. But I think our communication and my relationship with my husband was we never argued. I never even asked questions. I just believed everything he said. That was my fault. Sorry. It's hot out here and I gotta eat some fruit. So the question that I posed to you guys tonight is, how do you feel about having uncomfortable conversations in the relationship you're in? Or have you had uncomfortable relationships, right? Uncomfortable conversations in your relationship, because they're very crucial to have, and it can alleviate a whole lot of problems within the relationship. And I feel like, well, I ain't gonna say we as black women, I'm just gonna speak about myself. And please hit the like and subscribe button. That'll help me out a lot. And tag a friend to tell a friend if they're going through some things. And I hope my journey will help somebody else. But what I was going to say was, I feel like as a black woman, sometimes men feel like they can't be totally honest with us because we make them feel like, they can't say what their true feelings are. They'll say things just to keep peace. They say a happy wife, a happy life. I don't believe that. I believe that both parties need to be happy within the relationship, because if not, one gonna slip and dip and end up tripping, right? And so I feel like that as black women, or anyone, I don't know about white women. All I know is about me. I'm black. I can just tell you about me. I know sometimes I carry my demeanor like, and when I was married, like, if you being totally honest with me, do you feel safe enough to say what you are really thinking? You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you're in a relationship, a person feel like they know you so much, or, look at your past and be like, oh, if I divulge this, oh, she gonna go off, like literally go off. And therefore they don't want to really be honest with you about what they're thinking or what they may have done. So, we have to create a safe space. That's for both men and women to sit down and have uncomfortable conversations, whether it be about finances, whether it be about, let me see, I got my notes here. You could talk, whether it be about finances, whether it be about your sexual relationship, whether it be about anything that's in that you feel like is going to cause separation in your marriage. You need to sit down and have these conversations. And I know for one, we would avoid arguing because that's something that we just didn't do. We'll just get quiet and don't even, if I felt like if I were to say something, it would hurt his feelings, I wouldn't even say it. And he felt the same way, which led up to what happened. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like when you're in a relationship, whether it's marriage or anything, listen, I know we say, tell me the truth, but, we got to really search ourselves. Are you really ready for the truth? And getting that truth, it oftentimes means that we cannot continue this conversation at this present moment. Let me take a few steps back, or, let's just come back and revisit this, because that's a lot to unpack. So, let me see, Anthony Alexander, lots of love from Caribbean, Trinidad. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Hank. Hey, how you doing? So in essence, when you ask for the truth, you got to be ready for the truth. And in being ready for the truth, like I said, in some instances, you cannot like unpack it right then and there. And it should be okay to say, you know what, let's come back and revisit this. Because right now, I can't, and I think that's a problem in a lot of our relationships is the communication barrier. Let me know if you all are okay with having uncomfortable conversations. Let's have a conversation about it. Talk to me. If you're in a relationship or have been in a relationship and was afraid, were you afraid to have uncomfortable conversations? Even down to your bedroom. One person may feel like what worked 5 years ago may not be working now. And you're afraid to tell your partner, like, or if you tell your partner is going to automatically assume that you've been out with somebody else, right? Instead of having an open mind, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that didn't work. It worked 5 years ago, but let's just try something different, So y'all, let's talk tonight. Y'all talk to me. I don't want to be the only one on here talking. Because again, like I'm sharing, my experiences, what it's like post-divorce, and sitting down and reflecting on myself and, what role did I play in the marriage going left? You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Judy. and there's always ways to say it. Now, I got to be very transparent, as I always am. A lot of times when I speak in a harsh tone. And in speaking in a harsh tone, the other person is really not going to be receptive or receive what I have to say. And that's something that I have to sit back and think about and work on now. Moving forward, I got to work on how my delivery, how I deliver things. A lot of times I speak with a lot of passion and it comes out harsh, and I have to work on that because everybody don't care about your passion. And listen, it's offending people when you speak in that tone, and that's something that I have to work on, right? So, and what else did I want to say? I've been reading this book, Dare to Lead. Listen, Brene Brown, she says, brave work, tough conversation, and whole hearts. And one of her quotes that I put down is this: the most important conversations you will ever have are the ones you are avoiding. Think about that. Think about that. Literally, really. You avoiding, like I said, we would avoid certain conversations or saying certain things because we was afraid I don't want to hurt their feelings of this, and the third. And in actuality, when you're in a relationship, look, put them feelings in your pocket because this is how I'm feeling about this situation or that situation. Put it aside and say and stop avoiding it. In essence, stop avoiding it. Let's just sit right here and sit with it, okay? And a lot of times, I was talking to a couple of friends of mine, and I have a lot of male friends, and I was saying, like, would you tell your significant other, like, you have desires to be with another woman? No, it's what they said, But my response was, I would much rather sit down and have a conversation to say, because listen, I may be having those same thoughts, but everybody quiet, everybody walking on eggshells, because nobody really want to be honest. That can save a lot of stuff from happening, because your significant other feel like, you know what, I have seen somebody that's very attractive, I'm attracted to them. Y'all heard of these work wives and work husbands. Let me put my Invisaligns in, excuse me. But you're scared to tell your spouse, and maybe if you all had an open conversation and an honest conversation, maybe things could have happened to where infidelity would have never happened, right? So these are conversations that you should have, and that I should have had in my marriage. And I'm not ashamed to say it. And it's hard to have uncomfortable conversations. It's really hard, But hindsight 2020, I'd rather have those conversations than to end up in a situation to where, there's no going back. Because once you cross that line, the line is crossed. So let me share with you guys my journey, because I told you at the beginning of the year that I'm working on becoming a better version of myself. And in working on becoming a better version of myself, I do work out, I do read, I do meditate, invested in myself. Because that's the only way I'm going to become a better version of myself. Taking a good hard look deep down within at me and working, doing the work to change, and it's hard. And I'm not doing it for nobody else. I'm doing it for me, right? I find that when I work out, it relieves a lot of stress, it helps with anxiety for me, eating right, it works out for me. Because it gives me the extra, what can I say? It gives me the motivation to say, you know what? Girl, you got it. Act like you know it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Michael. But yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. And I think a lot of times for me, self-reflection, it ain't a pretty picture. It's a bitter pill to swallow. Everybody plays a part in everything. It ain't a one monkey show, a one man show. Everybody plays a part, So yeah, that's me. So by the end of the year, I've changed a lot since the first of the year, but I need to do the work. It's more work that I have to do. I don't want you all to see like the end results and then be like, oh, wow, her journey seemed like effortless. No, this journey is not easy. It's it's not. And I was like, and I think what did I say? What was my title? Divorce to Destiny. Rebuild and renew, embracing tough conversations post-divorce. And those tough conversations that I had with myself, A lot of times we don't want to really look in the mirror and look deep within, you know. We don't want to do that, you know, but I'm willing to do the work and I'm doing the work, right? Um, Rebuild and renew. Rebuilding is hard. It's not easy. You know, it's like the whole house come tumbling down. Thank you, Michael. It's come tumbling down, but listen, and I have to build it back brick by brick. And am I doing it for anybody else? No, I'm doing it for myself. You know, and just the other day, you know, I had to talk to myself. You know, another uncomfortable, well, it really wasn't uncomfortable. It was just like, damn, B. You know, I looked at myself and said, what are you going to do? You need to get yourself up and get yourself together. Get up and get what you're going to do. And I really was acting as if I was the future Veronica, visualizing what I'm going to look like once I've completed this journey of transformation, and looking at me now and saying, listen, you're not going to get here unless you get up from there. And I'm going to need you to get up and do the work, however hard it is. I don't care about how you feel, and you can't get to me, this me, staying there. So get your ass up and get to doing what you need to do. And that's what I said to myself. And that's what you oftentimes have to do. Speak to yourself. Speak life into yourself. Absolutely. And then knowing what you will accept and what you will not accept, not lowering your standards. And that's one thing I want to say to you ladies too, and men. If, you know, you find yourself in a relationship and, you know, you're no longer in a relationship, don't lower your standards just to say that you have somebody in your life, or accept anybody in your life for the sake of not being by yourself. I get it. Nobody wants to be alone. I don't want to be alone, but I'd be damn if I'm going to let somebody else in my life just for the sake of saying, oh, I got somebody. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to lower my standards. My standards is going to remain high, and I'm going to continue to work on myself, because I do believe the energy that you possess and you put out, that you will attract that you are. That's why it's so crucial to me, you know, to do this transformation, because I want to attract the right people in my life. That's it. The right people. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And do I feel like because I'm 54 that it's over? Hell no. This is a new chapter, baby. And I'm embracing it, you know, and with whoever comes into my life, right? I want to, oh, you're 52, okay. With whoever's in my life, I want them to be able to accept me for who I am, and be able to sit down and let's just have these conversations. This question was posed to me, and I'm gonna ask it to you guys. Can one person be your everything? Can one person be your everything? This question was posed to me from these kids was like, they're in their 30s. And I was like, yeah, one person could be your everything. And I was like, no, one person can't be your everything. Like, you know, one person may be everything, a lot of the things, but they can't be your everything. That's something to think about, right? So in retrospect, if being in a relationship, if that person is your everything, then that means that, you know, you wouldn't desire to be with anybody else, or you would do, I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts? You know, now people, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people are into like just doing them, whatever doing them means, they're doing them. But the only thing I can do is focus on me, focus on my journey, and continue to ignite the fire in other people. And hopefully, you know, my journey can help somebody else along the way. Don't settle for less. Don't feel like you're stuck in a relationship because you're financially strapped. Don't feel like you're stuck in a relationship because of your age. Oh, I'm let's just say I'm 54 and I can't. Don't ever feel like that. Absolutely. And that's the key thing too, Judy. God first in everything. And a lot of times, honey, we want to do what we want to do and then ask God, well, what you think? And God said about saying, well, you done already done what you had to do. What you coming to me now for? And a lot of times, and I can say this for me, when I go to him and ask him and I don't like really get nothing, I'm like, oh, okay, that's a go. Yeah, that's a go. No, he'll let you go on because I told you to wait on my answer, but you still moving like you want to move. Can I get some hearts and some thumbs ups or something, please? Thank you. I appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, I appreciate your support by subscribing to my channel and following my life transformation on becoming a better version of me. You know, and you know, something else that I want to share with you guys is, you know, it's hard. It's really hard. And when I say what I mean by that, it's hard. It's like when you have, and my plate is totally full. You know, I go to school full time. I work full time. I have my grandchildren full time. Life be lifing. And, you know, I got to be there for them. And it's rough. It's rough. And sometimes I'm like, you know, let me take a step back. Because guess what? I can't be or give my all if my cup is not full. But it's hard. I mean, you know, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I start feeling like that, when it started getting to where I'm just like, oh, my God, it's just overwhelming. I say, girl, you know you built for this. You built for this. Okay, you acknowledge that it was hard. You acknowledge that it's rough, but you was built for this. Now get yourself together. Take some time out for you. Get yourself together and keep it moving. Thank you, Michael. You know, that's how I be telling myself. And I do get overwhelmed. I do have days that I sit and I cry because I'm like, damn, I didn't think this was going to turn out this way. But it did. And listen, you got to play the hand you dealt. You got to play the hand you dealt, right? So I don't ever want to give off the impression that, you know, everything is all hunky-dory. But know this. When you see me laughing and you see me dancing, I'm meaning every bit of it. Because in that moment, I'm happy and I'm feeling it. If y'all see my shorts, honey, I be feeling it. You know, I've been on talk to myself. And, you know, let me get up here and just dance. And some of the songs, you know, if you listen to the words to it, you'll see while I'm moving. That's right. That's right. And I encourage you ladies, listen. Be open to your partner, be open to your partner being able to express themselves, create a safe space to where they can say how they truly feel about finances, about your relationship, about, you know, if they're attracted to somebody. Hi, Christopher. Let that be. Let that happen. That's what I say. Stop holding on to the notion that, you know, ain't no way, let me see, what can I say? Ain't no way my man gonna do this or do that. So you don't know what your man will or won't do. There's no way. You don't know what your partner is thinking. You don't know what she's thinking. You don't know what he's thinking. That's what I'm saying about having these hard, uncomfortable conversations. You know, and a lot of times, you know, you can resolve a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know, don't be like, I wish he would come and say that. No, I want you to come and tell me. And I'm not saying that in that moment I'll be able to handle it, but give me a few minutes to digest it and unpack it, and we'll get back to it, right? But just think of what kind of relationship you can have if you did that. If everybody be honest, just think about it. It makes sense, right? I know when, and I will share this, I know when I found out my husband had cheated on me, I asked him, let's talk about it. What led you to that? You know, I wanted to know. I wanted to know. Don't sugarcoat. Now, I don't want to see no tears. I don't want to see any of that. Ain't no need you crying. Because my first response to the tears, you're not crying because you're hurt. You're crying because you got caught. Let's just start there, right? But I wanted to know. And I think he was thinking because of my past, how I used to be like, you say you want the truth, but you really can't handle the truth. And in that moment, I wanted the truth. I wanted to know it because I really wanted for us to try to unpack everything, go to counseling, get everything together. You know what I mean? But it takes two. Two people got to want to do it. Not just one. Both of you got to want to do it, you know. So yeah, that part. And, you know, we're not mad at each other. We're still friends to this day. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. And I chalk it up to saying that, you know, everybody comes into your life for a season and a reason and know the difference in between. Right? So it is what it is. But again, in that, I've learned a lot about myself through that situation as well. Right? So, but yeah, that's where I'm at. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. Have an uncomfortable conversation and just being honest, and to your own self, be true. You know, if you feel in some type of way, and here's the thing, if you feel in some type of way and you scared to go to your partner and tell them how you feel, like really, what is that saying about the relationship itself? I'm just saying. And I'm also saying this, if you're in a relationship and it's somebody being verbally abusive to you, you know, trying to belittle everything you say or downplay what you say, I mean, you think about that. Is that a relationship that you really want to be in? Or you belittling him and just that you don't need to be in a relationship with somebody like that. If you can't be in a loving relationship where you can uplift the person, keep them up there and help them to become a better version of themselves, then honey, that ain't the person you need to be with. I don't care how long you've been with them. Okay? Oh, I closed this. I had read something in her book where she said that you have to set boundaries, right? And I've set boundaries and lost people along the way. And that's okay too. Because if setting boundaries is going to make you feel some type of way, or you feel like, I wish I could find where I saw that at, then, oh well, you need to be gone, because you have to set boundaries with whether it's with your family, your significant other, you know, or whatever. And when you're in a relationship, a lot of times you think, I can't do this by myself, or I don't want to do it by myself. Now, baby, if you're lowering your standards, if you feeling like, you know, you diminishing yourself for the sake of being in a relationship, then honey, you don't need to be in that relationship, because you're losing yourself within that relationship. I'm telling you what I know. I ain't telling you what I heard. You don't need to do that. If they got to put you down for them to look great, then what does that say about them? Don't do that. Don't do that. So, but you know, anybody want to share their experiences? If you've been divorced and, you know, going through what you're going through, you know, if you want to share your experiences on, even if you have tried to have conversations and felt like, you know, do you want to share those? Because, you know, right now, honey, I just say what it is. And it is what it is at the end of the day. And who like it and who don't, oh well. How many of us have been in relationships to where we were scared to really express how we felt? In the bedroom, they think they really putting it down, and you like, brother. But you go along with the program to save face. And you still miserable. That's been there, done that. Will I do it anymore? No ma'am, no sir. No ma'am, no sir. Will not do it. So, but yeah, so that's what I wanted to come on tonight. And I'm definitely starting my workout Sunday. I'm telling y'all, When you stop, it's hard to get back on track. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. It's hard to get back on that track again. It's hard, but I'm going to do it. But I'm going to do it. And I encourage everybody that's following me, listen, be patient with me. Just watch my journey. Just watch my transformation. One day we all going to look up and be like, wow, Veronica, I remember when. I remember when. If you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in and watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Like my video. Share my video. Because listen, you are not in this alone. Listen, there are other women out here that's going through what you've been through, that's going through what I'm going through at this moment, you know, trying to become a better version of themselves and feeling like, oh, hell done broke loose and I just don't have the strength to continue on. Guess what, baby? Yes, you do. And yes, you can. And you're not in it alone. That's why I'm sharing my story. And I feel like with me sharing my story, you know, how, you know, becoming vulnerable and just putting it out there, it's going to help somebody. And I don't know who that somebody is. Even if I just help one person, I've done my job. Because I felt like at one point, I felt like that I was going through this thing by myself. Like nobody knows what I'm going. Ain't nobody did this. Ain't no. But it couldn't been further from the truth. There's so many women that have been out there and been through what I've been through, and yet going through. And listen, honey, rebuild and became better. You know? So just know you're not in this alone. You're not by yourself. And listen, I'm just going to keep putting it out there. Keep sharing my journey with you guys. And when you see my transformation, I encourage you to follow me. Jump in. Watch me grow or grow with me. Right? Right? So that's what we're going to do. Okay, Judy. And you just fine, right? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. And don't let people, I'm going to say this too. Don't let people say, girl, or if you're a guy watching, like, yo, you let that baddie go? Or girls like, yo, you, what? You divorced them? Don't let people make you feel bad about the decision or the choice you made. Because only you know what you went through in that relationship. When somebody come to me and say something to me like that, but hell, you marry him then, shit. I'm just saying. Don't let somebody else make you feel like, oh, girl, you what? Somebody else gonna get him. Well, guess what? Let somebody else have him. Because our ride is gonna come to a complete stop. That part. It's come to a complete stop. Everybody exit left. You know how you do on the rides at the amusement park. Exit left. Okay? And know that you are beautiful. Know that you have what it takes to make it. Know that even in your weakness, you are still strong. These are the things that I tell myself and I'm telling you. Know that. And it's okay to cry. Crying is good for the soul. It's good to let all of that out. Because if you don't let it out, baby, you're going to get sick, stressed, all of that stuff. So it's good. Don't feel like, you know what, I can't let people see me cry. Well, if you happen to walk by me, I'm at the coffee shop and you see tears flowing, you just speaking, going, I'm fine. I'm just releasing. I'm just releasing. And you can release as well. Don't ever feel like you got to keep how you feel bottled up. Find somebody to talk to. Go to a therapist. And when I say have uncomfortable conversations, you have uncomfortable conversations with yourself when you have to really see yourself for who you really are. And accept it and be willing to say, you know what? Yeah, that is me. But you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to change it. A lot of things are habits. A lot of things, I don't even know why I'm going in this direction, but a lot of things are habits. But habits can be broken. They can be broken. You deserve better. And to the men and women, you deserve better. And if you're in a relationship that's not serving you, then you need to get the hell up out of there and do what's best for you. That's all I'm saying. And you sometimes you got to speak life to yourself. Sometimes you got to encourage yourself. That's a song somewhere. You got to encourage yourself. All right? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, I know y'all probably saying, man, she was all over the place. But even though I was all over the place, act like I'm double dutching. I got the rope double dutching, and wherever you can get in, you jump in. If whatever I said resonated with you, great. If it didn't, if you know somebody else it can resonate with, share the video with them. But the main goal tonight is to let you all know that you have to get comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations. Whether it be with your significant other, your husband, or with yourself. I mean, that's part of my transformation journey right there. Doing all these things that I'm sharing with you guys tonight. Get somewhere and read. Read a book. Read a book. Invest in that. And read how you can set boundaries for yourself. Read how you can break habits. See, I'm not just talking to be talking. I'm not on here just to showboat or anything. No, I'm really investing in myself. I'm really doing the work. I'm doing the work. I have other books in there that I've read. I'm doing the work. And you got to do the work. You got to set time out for yourself to read, meditate, reflect. Where my journal? Get you a journal. This ain't my journal, but get you a journal. Write down your feelings. Get all those feelings and emotions out of you. Now I'm going to put this in the universe right now. At some point in some time, I will be on the stage speaking, telling my story. And we'll all meet up at some particular point in time, and somebody's going to say, listen, what you said helped change my life. I got up out of that bad relationship. I started doing me. I'm putting that in the universe right now. I've already put it out there years ago. So, with that being said, it's been about 37 minutes I've been on here. And I'm not going to say I hope, but I know I said something to somebody and it resonated with you. And continue following me. Please help me get to 70,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 68,000. Please help me get to 70,000 subscribers. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you watching. I do appreciate you staying in here. I do appreciate everybody sharing my videos and remaking some of my videos. I appreciate all of that. I appreciate the good comments. I appreciate the negative comments. I appreciate it all. Thank you, and thank you. And listen, with that being said, you all have a wonderful evening. And I hope what I said, you can take it in, let it resonate, and you use it. Take that you will. That will help you, and that won't, just leave it where it's at. All right. Thank you, Judy. And you know what? I think I'm gonna come on every night for this month. So I'm trying to get to 70,000 subscribers. No, my goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers, but I'm making little goals, so a little attainable goals along the way. So guys, listen, if you want to support me, and I do appreciate your support, please like and share this video, hit the notification button, and tell a friend to hop on over here and check me out and subscribe to my channel. You all don't know how much you will help me out by doing that, okay? I appreciate you guys. I'm going to post more dancing videos. And Sunday, I will be doing a workout. Look, it ain't going to look pretty, but it ain't about looking pretty. It's about getting results. Yes, I said it ain't going to look pretty because, honey, I ain't worked out in about 2-3 months. Everything is stiff. Everything is stiff and hard. But guess what? I'm going to get back in the game. And, yes, so I appreciate it. And listen, what is this? This is, oh, that's my, okay. Let me see. This is July. I want to have 70,000 subscribers by September. 70,000 subscribers by September. Okay? And you guys can help me do it. And I appreciate you. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on over here and subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. That'll help me out a lot. I appreciate you guys. You all have a wonderful evening. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. I may work out tomorrow evening instead of talking. Hell, I don't know. But either way, I'm coming on about 8 o'clock. Good night. Bye-bye.